records. They are made to be broken. Records are the best, right? Records are the pinnacle of performance. Records mean that at some point a company or an individual, got a result that was outstanding. We all know it in the context of sport, fastest person in the world records, the Olympics, all that sort of stuff. But we have them in business too. And in a sales environment like recruitment, you should have them everywhere. We should know who the best biller was. We should know what the best months were, the quarters, that sort of stuff. Why? Not because it's some ego trip for someone who's achieved that. I think it's great to get that accolade. That doesn't mean much. It's the energy that comes from chasing them. It's the energy of when you get closer to a record that stuff starts to ramp up. When you know that there is an individual record in your business of 100 grand for an individual consultant's, that's the record for most dollars brought in a month, and you're at 90. Like, you're starting to go, oh, how can I break this record? Because you're close, right? When you get closer to a record, whether it be an individual or company record, the energy lifts. The focus sharpens, and there is something about beating a record. There's a little chest bump. There's a little ego that comes with that. And who doesn't want to be the best, right? Who doesn't want to be the best? And I know you do, because you're listening to this podcast. If you don't want to be the best, you're probably not listening to this podcast. So we're all about mindset and motivation. And I'm saying today, I don't think many people, I think a lot of companies and individuals kind of roughly know what records are and kind of roughly who holds them, but are you absolutely like crystal clear on what those records are, and are you actively chasing them? Like, are you having fun with them? Like, KPIs are the daily grind stuff, like interviews, CVs, that sort of stuff. Records are essentially, they're not a KPI, but they're still a metric, and they're still something that we can see, and there's still something that we can achieve and beat. And that, when you're beating records, you're headed in the right direction, and I think that's the fun part of metrics and the fun part of setting, targets, setting incentives around breaking records and things like that, because it's fun. There's a thrill to it, okay? But I'm telling you, not everyone has records readily available or clear in their mind or on their wall. So what I want to do today is walk through what metrics you should have, or what records you should be following and chasing within your business and at your own desk, and have them on your wall. So get a piece of paper. I love getting a piece of paper. Get a piece of paper, and I want you to write these down and answer them as we go. If you need to press stop and go and find the data, go for it. But what records should you be tracking, okay, and celebrating? So first of all, I want you to look at company level. So as an entire company, what's the best billing month? As the entire company, what's the best billing quarter? What does that look like from a dollar perspective? And of course, what's the company's best annual billings? That's the sort of thing that really drives a recruitment agency. They're the ones that make you feel like, are you on track? Are you above? Are you below? Are you on par? Where are you sitting? How are you trending? They're actually very important metrics, right? That's revenue in. That is overall an overarching business performance. Good to know as a group what those are. More interesting, I think the ones that are more interesting are the individual ones. I think they're the ones that drive individuals. There are certain people who thrive on being the best and chasing the best, and there's a real pat on the back moment when you do beat a record or you hold a record. So similar to company, I would love you to chase down an individual's best billing month. Like, what is your best billing month ever? I'm sure you know what yours is. I remember for a long time mine was 132,000. I just knew it was 132,000. This stupid number. And then my good mate John was 133 for like so long, and it pissed me off so much. Since then we've got off and broken up. I couldn't tell you exactly what mine are, but I knew that for a very long time. I would want to know what an individual's best billing quarter is, and I would also think that an individual's best annual billings is one to chase as well. Who's made the most within that business or whatever. So they're pretty obvious ones. Some of the ones that you get a lot of markets where there's big fees and whatever, but there's a real, sometimes you might have like big lofty, doctor fees, but you also might have an accounting division that, they don't have those big fees, but they're consistent, and you want to motivate those people. So then I'm going to start looking at records like, what are the most deals an individual's done in a month? What are the most deals someone's done in a quarter? And what are the most deals someone's done in a year? Because I think it's really important to reward those as well. When they're 1 or 2 placements away from beating a record, and it's only going to be another 10, 20 grand if they beat it, that's still 10, 20 grand, right? So we want to track those things. Another one that's nice, another record to track is the largest placement dollar value that's been done in your business. That's a juicy one. It's a for a lot of people, like a scary one. You'll never hit them, but it's just good to know who's done the biggest placement in your business, what that was, and how. And again, if you can see it, you can do it, and you can do it again, right? And I think another one that's a really nice record to track is the fastest perm deal. So we're down to 6 hours. We used to call them 24-hour deals, but we're down to 6 hours. Our office is the fastest, and that's from CV into acceptance, right? That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 records to track. And if you can have them on your wall in your business, if you as a business leader can just remind yourself every month, what are those records? Is anyone in our business, are we as a group coming close to these things? You can really use these records to motivate and get a real rocket up the butt of these people at the end of the month and make it exciting. It's fun to break records. It's fun to chase records, and it feels bloody amazing when you do. So that's it. Keep on chasing the records. Keep on busting down your dreams. That's all I have time for you today. Like, share, subscribe. It really helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals and records come true.